Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. Lately, I've been talking much about basketball because of the recent stories and deaths, and we're given yet another story today, and this one's giving me the extra creeps because last night I was talking to my friend about the death of Dean Smith, and he told me to keep my eye on Tarkanian because it's been reported that he's sick, and I made a joke that he might die today because it's the 42nd day of the year. I didn't really think he was going to die today when I made the joke. Now I feel bad about it. He really died today. And last night I was just joking with my buddy that they might get rid of him as soon as tomorrow. And lo and behold, they did. And this isn't the first time this has happened to me. I wrote earlier this year, the morning of August 4th, you can look at my blog. The morning of August 4th, 8/4, I wrote a lot about James Brady. I was writing about him before he died. He died that same day, August 4th. I was writing about it because I was already seeing the connections with him. It's just, once you clue in, True Seeker, you can really pick up on what's going on in this world. And that is why I'm doing these blog posts. This is what I'm trying to wake people up to. Once we understand their patterns, we can almost see what they're going to do. I mean, we can't predict everything correctly, but the death of Jeff Tarkanian is no surprise to me. Or, excuse me, Jerry Tarkanian, coach of UNLV. And you know what else is trippy, True Seeker? Is right when I saw that he died, it just made me think about, okay, it looks like they're getting rid of all the major college coaches from essentially the time that I was growing up and even before my time. And so right away, I just wanted to go over and I wanted to look at Bobby Knight. For those of you who are my age, basketball fans, you know who Bobby Knight is. Notice the name Robert has a gematria of 33, and Knight has a gematria of 33. He was born in October, the only month with 33 gematria. He is currently 74 years old, a number ripe for sacrifice. If we see a story in the coming months about Bobby Knight, do not be surprised. Who else this made me think of, the other major coach from that era, is John Thompson over at Georgetown. He has a life number of 26. He's currently 73 years old. He'll be 74 later this year. His most famous players are Allen Iverson and Patrick Ewing, probably, among a few others. Ewing, of course, wore the number 33. The name Patrick is a 33 name. The name Ewing is a 31 name. The ranging degrees of Scottish Rite Freemasonry are 31 through 33. And just to show you something, True Seeker, when I was accidentally looking up John Thompson, at first I clicked on this man's Wikipedia, who's connected to Microsoft. Recall the name Bill Gates sums to 33. He stepped down from head of Microsoft after 33 years. This guy, John Thompson, has a life number of 33, among many other curious things. I just found this by accident. I just want to throw it in there because it's making the point. The way people are selected for their positions, from CEOs at companies to head coaches of major basketball teams, has a lot to do with names and life numbers and gematria. This is how the elite do their stuff. So all those side notes aside, let's focus on Jerry Tarkanian. So he died today, the 42nd day of the year, the meaning of life number, a number we talk about a lot. He died at the age of 84. Of course, United States of America with Pythagorean gematria equals 84. Half of 42 is 84, so even the numbers 42 and 84 go together. When you break down the name Jerry Tarkanian, and this is what I noticed last night with my friend, I noticed that his last name had a gematria of 44, so I thought, oh man, he's sick and he has a 44 name. It's not looking good for Jerry Tarkanian. But if you do his name with Pythagorean gematria, he also has the 66 gematria directly connected to 33. And with the K exception, it sums to 75. There's been a lot of stuff with 21 lately. Notice that 21 is a multiple of 42 and 84. I'm saying these people do things by the numbers. I feel that these number patterns fit together on a larger level. From the Super Bowl to the death of Bobby and Whitney's daughter. Well, she's not quite dead yet, but she's in a medical-induced coma. after being found not breathing in water. Typically, when you're found not breathing in water, you're reported as dead. And I'm pretty sure if it was any of us who were found not breathing in water, we wouldn't be kept alive for weeks because our family couldn't afford it. Anyhow, Sarkeesian was born August 8th, 8/8, 1930. In his coaching career, he coached exactly 930 games, winning 729 of them. What's interesting is that he also tried coaching at the professional level the San Antonio Spurs, a team obsessed with the number 21. I've done a post on them, Tim Duncan. And that was the 92-93 season. Recall the name Dean Smith sums to 93. He won the national championship in 93. The occult religion Thelema worships the number 93, which is connected to Saturn. The more you look at all this stuff, you see how much of it comes back to Saturn. For example, the company Nike sums to 39, the flip of 93. They use the rings of Saturn for their symbol as the swoosh. They're located in the 33rd state, Oregon, and they employ a lot of athletes that we talk about in this research. You can start to see how it's all connected. So moving on, Jerry Tarkanian coached in Las Vegas and was known as Tark the Shark. With Pythagorean gematria, K exceptions, the name Tark the Shark sums to 68. Las Vegas has that gematria of 86. Remember, the word triangle equals 86. The word pyramid equals 86. Think of the Luxor in Las Vegas. Also, think about Len Bias, who we just talked about, who died in the 86 draft. He wore the number 33 in high school, 33 name, died at 1103. ESPN has the 113 tribute. Also, Jerry Tarkanian coached at the University of Northern Las Vegas, the Running Rebels. Look at UNLV with Pythagorean gematria, V exception. Sums to 33. It has a coded 322 in it. Graduates of Yale Skull and Bones refer to themselves as bonesmen. In Pythagorean gematria, bonesman is just like this, sums to 33. Think about George W. Bush, a bonesman, has a life number of 33, as do so many others in this elite society. So Tarkanian had some serious numbers on him, and he died on a very curious date at a curious age. People might say, well, he was sick, but perhaps he was made sick. I realize people die in their 80s and younger and die naturally. I'm well aware of this. But what I'm asking you to acknowledge is that there is a real pattern here, and a very curious pattern. And Whitney Houston and her daughter happening right now is further proof of this. You look at the groupings of deaths, the ages, the dates, the way they correspond with other world events. Something very suspicious is up. If this is the first post of mine you've seen, please watch my introductory videos and please watch my other videos on other athletes. The more of this information you pay attention to, the more you will see it is beyond coincidence. And further, you will start to have the same types of things happen to you in life. Whereas, for example, yesterday I was just talking about how this guy could die any day in a joking way. And then here today, it's reported he's dead. So R.I.P. Jerry Tarkanian. We, as a people, need to spread this information and stop this sickness. This is truly sick. It truly needs to be stopped. And that's why I really make these videos. All right. Until next time, Truth Seeker.